Hello everyone and welcome back to our land plagued by dark magic. I got a new computer and I'm very excited, so we're testing it out. This is the first video I'm filming with it. Hopefully you can now hear game sounds, which is very exciting, and I won't just be playing Minecraft in complete silence. This video is going to focus on building the upper city. We'll design some fantasy houses and shops, and we'll learn about the inhabitants going through the trials of dark magic and drought. And we'll connect our builds to the underground that we built in a previous video, and that will create the challenge for this area. We're going to start with a time lapse of the city while we dive into the story. As you've seen in past videos, I've already built one building, this inn. This was because I was planning on doing the video a few episodes ago, but it took forever for me to get that building out, and it was kind of weird, so I decided to just circle back. So recently, I was at work, and I was waiting for something to print, and trying to plan out episode number 8, and my brain very solidly told me it was ready for the upper city. And I don't know what changed his mind, but here we are. And then I also put out a post on my channel, and luckily, more people voted for the upper city first instead of the docks, so... Alright, so let's focus on what I'm doing on screen. We're following our build style that we came up with in the beginning. The key elements are the curvy roof edges and that run horizontally, and the vertical parts that poke out a bit on top. We also divide each building into a few different square sections using different blocks on our palette to make them stand out. And then we add our color-changing roof and the windows, and I don't know what to call it, trim design, and we've got ourselves a building that matches everything else. We have a whole bunch of different story parts that all meet up here in the upper city. The underground episode talks about a group that wants to stop the dark magic users. We also have those same dark magic users that are trying to save the island, and their headquarters are in the Mage's Tower. I suppose kind of. The head mage's headquarters are in the Mage's Tower. And at this point, as you've been exploring, you've probably been able to tell that everybody left a long time ago, but we'll just bring that point home a little bit more here. For example, at one of the houses, there will be a packing list of everything a family is planning to take with them when they're leaving the island. There also will be notes from people on each side of the conflict. For example, one will be in the log kept by the inn tavern owner, which will read, "No one stayed in the inn again tonight. No food to sell and no one visiting to pay for a room. The drought can't last forever, but it might outlast me. I don't trust any of the miraculous green spaces that have suspiciously appeared. I've got a meeting tonight. We're going to discuss what to do with the High Mage and his followers. We've picked a secret location so we won't be overheard." And hopefully, if people haven't discovered the underground yet, maybe this will kind of nudge them to go out and look for something. Alright, and to make sure both sides of the conflict are represented, there will also be a note reading, "I'm so grateful for the High Mage. Without him, this drought would have forced us to leave the island sooner, though not all of my friends agree with me. But the family now has enough to eat. Who cares if a few trees are dead? More will grow eventually." We have a few houses pasted in, and then I have the places where the houses are going to connect up to down to the underground where the lever puzzle is going to connect, marked with the redstone, in case you were wondering what that was. And now, to help fill in a couple more buildings in the area, I'm going to just build some taller, smaller ones to fit into the empty spaces, and then we'll move on to decorating the city and the challenge. You already know a bit about the challenge. We started half of it when we did the underground. The levers in the tunnels beneath the city will connect to levers in the houses above, not above the city, in the city. In my mind, these are the houses of those that opposed the High Mage. By spreading the levers out through the city, it'll help encourage the adventurer to explore. I'd like to hide in some other things in the houses, but I'm not sure what that can be yet. So in the meantime, if you have any ideas, I'm always happy to hear them in the comments, or, any thoughts at all. Ta-da! We have a full city. Well, it's full of buildings, but now we need to add all of the little details that can make the city really come to life. So we'll take a couple of things from the lower city. Don't pay attention to my builds floating in the background, but I feel like it's nice and full of buildings, so we'll be all set there, and now we can add the little details. I just repeated what I said before, but I'm really happy with it so far, so let's start doing some of the little things. One thing that's really easy to add is the lampposts. They really add a lot to a town, Not to mention the practical uses of brightening things up. And you can just put them anywhere and it helps fill things in. I've added a few details. We have the lampposts, we have these, what are they called again? Decorated pots, and I put in a few little walled garden areas. The main problem I'm having is that these locations, these houses, haven't been touched for, in my mind, at least 50 years. So there's not a much going on. So I have like a cart in the lower city, which is fine, but there wouldn't be a lot of things just hanging around because everybody packed up and went home, and now there's just nothing happening. So I'm not really sure what else to put in here. I don't want it to be too boring to look at, but also it's not supposed to be a bustling city. It's just supposed to feel abandoned, and I think it does. But we do need to add in a few more of these things around the area, especially up near the Mage's Tower, I think. And they're still kind of freak me out to build, but that's okay. Guys, I'm still just so excited that now you can hear my Minecraft sounds in the video. I cannot tell you how excited I am, so I'm not just playing Minecraft in complete silence, and it's not so awkward or weird anymore, and it makes me so happy. But speaking of hearing things and new computers and all of that, if there's anything that seems weird or you happen to know there's a setting or something that I should really do, I'm researching, I'm Googling, I'm playing around, but if you have any tips, I'd love to hear them. All right, I'm going to add in a few more of these. I don't know if they're that interesting to watch, so I'll just meet back up with you in a moment. All right, I know there's a lot to look at with all of the different water pockets and lava pockets, but I want to show you what I was doing. So each lever, where can I find it, connects from the bottom and from the top in one of the houses, and then they connect up the two different lines of redstone. Sorry, I'm pointing with my hand, which you can't see. And then that line of redstone goes all the way to a main room where everything will connect up, and then that will be used up here to make the gate. How it will work is while you're exploring and figuring everything else out, you have to turn every lever into the off position, because as long as at least one of these little lines has a redstone signal, the gate will remain closed. So once you've checked, or I guess flicked, each of the levers, and there should be 10, then you will finally be able to open up the front gate, which will be here. And that's where we're going to end this video, because I'd like to do something a little bit more interesting with the interiors, or at least for the two big buildings that are different, and I'd like to add in some shops, and it'll be a lot for one video. So we're going to split it up, and then we'll also finish connecting that room of redstone that obviously isn't finished yet, but we'll finish connecting that room to the gate here behind me, and we'll build the gate, which will go into the castle, which is what this huge big blank space is going to be. And that's why, like, the things over here at the end of the wall just kind of goes off into nothing. It's because there's going to be a castle here, but that's a different video. So for now, we've got our big upper city, and next time we'll add in some of the interiors and keep chugging along with our story. If you're all caught up on this adventure series and you really enjoyed watching me build the city, then you might want to check out some of my other city challenges that I've done. I did a solar punk one and a tropical coastal city that is really fun. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!